Right out of college, Keith Merrill hired me to come over to the Bay Area, and I was going to assist him on a little shoot that he was going to do. I'm not an assistant cameraman. I've never done it anyway. This just showed that poorly and why I couldn't be an assistant cameraman. Is the night before I was supposed to have prepped the camera, loaded the mags, and had it all ready. Well, I had not really checked one of the mags, and it only had about 80 feet of film in it. That's about a minute and a half, 2 minutes of film. And I should have had a fresh roll of film in there. We start shooting, and I gave him that mag, and he put it on. It rolled for about a minute, a minute and a half, then it's out. And he's going, what's the deal? And we were right in this interview thing where it was tension and so forth. Well, just so happened the second mag that I had loaded and had already, I had done improperly, and it wasn't ready either. So they all sat around for about 10 minutes while I get in the bag and had to make it all right. The stuff that I should have done the night before, and I wasn't prepared, and I was an idiot. Wow. I've never done that again since. My primary mentor has been Keith Merrill. He's been very good to me. He's helped me along and gotten me into a lot of positions that I wouldn't have been otherwise. Reed Smoot is also his cameraman, and also has been really terrific about helping me along. Like if I was on some island and I could keep 5 movies with me, the 5 movies I think I'd take, What's Up, Doc? It's a comedy. I love What's Up, Doc. I'd take Fiddler on the Roof. It's a musical. Not just musical, but I think the Tevier and the things that he learns and teaches us, so funny and so entertaining. I would also take Zeffirelli's Romeo and Juliet as a romance. I think that's really an amazingly done movie. There is a foreign film made in 1953 by René Clément named Forbidden Games that really touched me when I saw that as a college student. And the 5th movie I would take would be You've Got Mail, because my wife would be there and she'd be mad at me if I didn't have You've Got Mail, because she watches about every other day.
You have to have one good chip too.
Yeah. A movie that was based on a book that I really liked was Matilda. I actually had written Roald Dahl's People to see if that was available, because it had been out a long time and had never been made in a movie. They wrote back and said, Danny DeVito has purchased the rights and is doing this film. Anyway, when I saw it, I had no animosity in thinking, I would have done it way better than Danny DeVito. I thought that was really a well-done show. I think story's everything. I would much rather see a very poorly done, cheap little movie that has a good story than some big Hollywood blockbuster with all the bells and whistles that the story doesn't hold water. That's been my big effort, is trying to find stories that are strong and that have a meaning, so that people come out of the theater with something to chew on and something to think about, something to talk about with their family. I'd like people to know that Ephraim Hanks is somebody worth learning about. He wasn't just some guy and it's an interesting thing we're going to learn. He lived his life in a way that was exemplary in many ways. He wasn't a perfect guy. He had some real troubles and some real personal problems and faults. But he did several things throughout his life that if any of us could encapsulate those and use them in our lives, we would be way better people.